Hey there, welcome back to my stream. I'm Slightly Froggy, and today I'm continuing my playthrough of Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Now, where we last left off, we were investigating Angie's murder, which, I mean, I am still shedding a tear to that, let me tell you. Oh, Angie, gone. How could this have happened? Like, Angie was just such a good person who didn't manipulate anybody or try to use her religion to suppress the freedoms of the people. Angie, no! But yes, Angie, we investigated her very strange crime scene. As of right now, I literally have no idea who actually, perform this murder. But sure enough, in case 3 typical style in Danganronpa, we got a second murder not too long afterwards. This one was Tanko. That one I was a little sad about. Not that Tanko was, as a male character, a super likable character. She definitely had her opinions of the degenerate males out there. But yeah, she died in the middle of a seance trying to speak to Angie. And based on the evidence from that, I almost want to believe that Himiko was the one who was behind this. Which, if she thought Tanko killed Angie, would give her a motive. But I'm curious to see how this pans out, just because it's Danganronpa. It's never gonna pan out how you expect. So, but there are some rules that, because magic is the work of Satan after all, that is very true, Qua, and welcome back to the stream. Yes, she is truly Satan's minion now, Himiko. He has a lifetime supply of birdseed. He's got her set. Yeah, I mean, these are my predictions right now, but typically in Danganronpa, it likes to spin my expectations around a little bit. Some of it might be true, some of it won't, but we will at least be playing, hopefully, the first half of the trial today, and starting to get an idea of how things are going. So I'm just gonna fire up the game. I know I've still got a few minutes to get people in, but first I'm gonna get out of green hell, because we can always play in the casino for a minute or so, just until about 7:30, more people can trickle in. Let's go gamble all our money away. Because I've got a decent bit of money right now. I haven't gotten that. I want that 10,000. That's what I want. But let's try the Mono slots. See if I get some big money. I'm gonna be doing it 3 times. Oh, thank you, Brutal Space Dwarf, for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, let's do a max bet. I'll do max bet 3 times, and then we'll see what happens. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. Dang it. Okay, let's try it again. I'll get it this time. Big money, big money, big money, big money. Third time's the charm, right? That's how it goes? Ah, or nothing. I might play a couple more times before we get going, but I'll play. Yeah, welcome back, JJ. Yes, unfortunately, no whammies. But I should probably play something else. Should I play the salmon fishing game, or should I play Outlaw Run? I should probably play Treasure Hunter Monolith. This casino's a ripoff, at least for me. I forget who it was. I want to say it was somebody in one of the previous chats said, oh, like, no blackjack. Yeah, they said that, oh yeah, the slot machines are like a pretty consistent way of making money in this. And I'm like, really? Because I've had awful luck with the Mono machine there. Or Mono slots. Let's see. Should I try the Treasure Hunter? Like, the Treasure Hunter Monolith is the one that I am definitely the weakest at. Because I can never remember the numbers. The colors. Because it does go in a very particular order. Because I think it's... Is it gray, yellow, pink? then back to gray. I can never remember, actually. Yeah. That does not help me. I think I noticed that last time, too. Let's just go with 10. Because then at least if I lose this, it's negligible. Okay. Okay, so yellow to pink. Okay, so yellow to gray, pink to yellow. Okay. Like, I gotta find a way to remember that. Pink will turn to yellow. Yellow will turn to... Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, and I just bungled that one up real good. Because I think pink's gonna turn it to yellow. Boo. And I'm stuck with a pink leftover one here. Okay. Should open your own casino. With blackjack and hookers. Bender had the right idea. Ooh. I shouldn't have done that. Forget the casino. Yeah. Yeah. Where are the others? Let's see here. Yellow. Are there others here? Oh, there it is. Man. I get so close. Yeah, I'm not good at this one. Okay, good. I got one. That wasn't a complete waste of time. I should have gotten those ones. No. No more moves. Nah, I got one at least. BB. Okay, I'll take my 20 coins. Alright, let's get out of here. Ooh, leveled up. Alright, let's play the mono slots another couple more times, and then we will get started, because I know we do have our trial to start. Nice. What are you gonna give me? Ooh. That was nice. I'll take that. Nope. And one more. Yeah, that was a bigger win. I think that's the biggest win I've had in the slots so far. And nothing. Alright, I'll take my winnings and go. I think I may have earned... This is where the addiction starts. What? You mean I wasn't already here? I don't believe that. Alright, so let's start this trial and find out who killed Angie? Who would ever? Definitely not me. I would never kill Angie and get caught. One more for safety. I saw this post the other day. Somebody's just like, if you're the type of person who, when you're locking your car, you lock it like twice, walk away, and then lock it again. It's like you're that person who saved over and over again. And it's like, dang, I am in this picture and I don't like it. Alright, so let's see what we've got for moves. So I think we did set this up at the end of the last session, but let's go over it. Yeah, Tenko do it and then you offed her in the dark. Ooh. I think Himiko killed Tenko. As much as that makes me sad, I wonder if it's gonna be, if we're gonna be led to believe that Tenko killed Angie, but then it's gonna be somebody else. So then Himiko killed Tenko for no reason. Because I think the Monokub said only the first murder is the one that's gonna get tried. So technically somebody got a free kill. So I think Himiko's gonna be in a bad place after this trial. I think she'll live, but it is not gonna be a good time. So I think all the skills I do have, I've got them equipped. Hey there, Olaf. Welcome back. Can we skip Angie's trial? No one liked her. The student council liked her. Oh, I could get downshift. Slows the speed of the reticle. Nah, I'm good. Let's see. I think I've got everything else equipped. That I might want to get at some point. Hey there, infamous god. Who's Angie? She was, with the white hair, like the artsy girl who was always, like, about her god, Atua. Atua says... Who? I don't know her. Okay, I think I got all these. Okay, I got all my skills. I got my difficulty set where I want it. Never heard of them. I don't know her. Alright. Okay, guys, let's get started. I honestly don't know who killed Angie. I don't think it was Tenko.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial.
Oh, Monokid and Monosuke. It was you all along.
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is.
I know, the
and
portraits
vote
are
for
adjusted to
who
their
done
height.
it.
Ryoma's is all the way down here. Oh, Ryoma.
Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy.
Lucky
Also,
them.
Refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time.
Oh no, Kaito, what do you mean? You're our lead detective. What? If I don't want to vote, just vote for a dead person. Oh, Monokuma will still kill you for that. That doesn't count.
Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Aww.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
Vote or Die, the politically charged sequel to Skate or Die.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
It's a ghost.
What do you mean?
The transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Kaito's getting nervous.
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
It is. I'm still getting used to having Maki as my assistant. Is that a halo in wings on Angie's portrait? Excuse me? Excuse me? What is happening here? Tsumugi has been pretty good up until now. I don't know why she's acting so weird. I'll try not to execute anybody while you're gone. Those should have horns. The wings need to be a bit more bat-like. Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? I mean, one of us here is a robot, so I mean, I think at this point anything's possible. Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here. Succubus Angie. Her main source of power was through
By
hugs.
the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No!
Oh no, Kaido.
So, ritual did work?
No.
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes. Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Please, stop it!
But I'm so entertained watching my friends just, like, suffer. This isn't about believing in reviving the dead. I have to focus on their statements. Were all those statements correct?
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No!
Yeah.
So, ritual did work?
No.
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
So would that be
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes. Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
No. Oh, it's the
Please,
Necronomicon. That's
stop
it. There we go. Okay, I know what it is. It's the Necronomicon. I'll use it on Gonta's statement.
This crime
Because,
was committed by the recently deceased.
part of it.
They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
Because he had to burn it.
No!
So obviously it did not work.
So, ritual did... That's wrong!
That's wrong. But they would be at their spot, wouldn't
I
they?
don't think Angie's ritual succeeded.
They're just very good at also pretending to be dead.
According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution, be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, Gonta think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Probably not. That's probably a pretty safe bet.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
You don't seem
Hold
so
on a
sure
second.
there.
I can't let that comment stand. Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
Well, I mean, admittedly, the thought process from Angie's side of thing was Kaede killed somebody. Do we want to bring back somebody who could kill somebody? No, Rantaro was the victim.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so, so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
But from Angie's point of view, there was a precedence. That's true.
Man,
Gonta could kill all of
I can't
us.
believe you guys wasted
Maki
such
could
a
kill all of
perfectly
us.
good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive, though.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
He's gonna get killed in the next execution, isn't he? Oh, look at that face. That's the face of a stone cold killer right there. And also because he's a robot.
So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
Oh, let's not bring this back.
There's no way it's possible.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it? Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this.
Oh no.
I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Maki is just that deadly. She can attack all of us through the screen.
Why?
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
What? Okay, this I gotta hear. Front door, back door, lock picking.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie.
Oh, I should have gone over the clues.
And it was found in Kyo's research lab.
Oh, that
Which
no.
makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie.
No.
Oh yeah, I'm a fucking genius!
Scorpio really the culprit? Does that story fit the facts of this case? Okay, one thing I probably should have done was go over these truth bullets. So let's do that now before we get too much further. Hey there, Kay. Welcome back to the stream. We're just starting the trial. Okay, so let's go over these very quickly. Victim, ultimate artist, Angie Yonaga. Murder the fuck, pardon my French, out of someone. Yes, Kay did it. No, you didn't miss too much yet. We only just did like the first round of the non-stop debate. Let's see, victim's body was discovered in the Ultimate Artist Research Lab. Time of death was 2 a.m. Victim was killed by a fatal stab wound to the torso. Additionally, she had lacerations on her forehead. It was just like the first little non-stop debate. You haven't missed much yet, I promise. Second victim is the Ultimate Aikido Master, Tenko Chabashira. Victim's body was discovered in a vacant room on the 4th floor. Estimated time of death, 11 a.m. Victim was stabbed in the back of her neck, resulting in death. No other injuries were detected. Okay, so it was a blow to the body. Stabbed by a fatal stab wound to the torso. Additionally, she has lacerations on her forehead. Okay. Store has a sliding lock. When Angie's body was found, the sliding lock was locked from the inside. Okay, so it wasn't that. Handle of the sliding lock moves at the slightest touch. Oh, something golden shiny was on the handle. Book Monokuma prepared as the motive. Angie attempted to carry out the book's resurrection ritual. So we already kind of did use this a little bit because it mentioned that you had to burn it in order to use it. And we proved that they didn't burn it. She didn't finish the ritual. Considering the laceration, the injury on the victim's forehead was not bleeding as much as it should, which is weird. That's weird to me. Bloody duct tape. Piece of duct tape stuck to her hair. The blood on it already dried. The blood that was flowing from the back of Angie's neck created a pool. Okay, so she obviously got the forehead wound first. The tape partially covered it up. And then she got stabbed in the neck. 4 wax effigies that were created for the resurrection ritual. They are exact replicas of the late Rantaro, Kaede, Ryoma, and Kirumi. They were hung upside down from the ceiling beams in the Ultimate Artist Lab, which looked very creepy and was very unsettling. Stabbed into the hung Kaede effigy. Because the katana is so old, the handle's gold leaf rubs off easily. There was blood on the tip. It was taken from the Ultimate Anthropologist Lab, so only the sheath was left in the display case. Anyone could have entered the lab. Tsumuki had locked herself in the artist lab since yesterday, working on the ritual. She would not unlock the door unless someone from the student council asked her to. Student council members were Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Tsumuki. Okay, so Tsumuki's account solidifies the fact that she would not have let Kyo in. And he didn't break in because the locks were still in place. Store has a cylindrical lock. He swallowed the only key, so it can only be locked and unlocked from inside the lab. Before Angie's body was found, the door was locked, but Kokiji opened it by picking the lock. He can lock and unlock the front door with the Ultimate Artist Lab with his lockpicking skills. Okay. In order to perform... Oh, okay, so this is the caged child. It's about the iron cage. Okay, I'll skim it real quick. 5 people, including the spirit medium. Dark place, no light. Draw magic circle. And they must place their forehead on a stone, curl up like a turtle. At the center of the circle, then the 4 participants have to make the following preparations. They place the iron cage, the spirit medium, they cover it with a white cloth, then they put the statue on top of the cage, and then they turn off the lights, they sing. After the song, they ask if the caged child is there, then they name the spirit. Okay. Kibo's flashlight function. Function that Mew had added to Kibo, and he can emit a blinding light from his eyes. Wooden statue that was put on top of the iron cage during the seance. It weighs about 175 pounds. That's quite heavy. Everybody had to work together to put it up and remove it from the cage. The white sheet that was over the iron cage during the seance, very thick, cannot be seen through. There's blood on the back around the middle of the sheet, but there's no hole in the fabric. That is weird. Kyo was the one who placed the sheet over the cage and removed it off the cage. Okay. Oh yeah, because it was the little scythe thing. And I imagine it came up from the floorboards. Magic circle was drawn on with salt was drawn on the floor of the room where the seance was held. After Tenko's body was found, the magic circle was trampled on. That made it impossible to check the original circle. Or the original shape. Hole was in the corner of the room the seance is held in. There's space under the floor so you can see what was dropped there. During the seance, there was a large sound while it was completely dark. Stone that was by Tenko's body during the seance, Tenko had been crouched over the iron cage with her forehead on the stone. I was wondering if the forehead thing had something to do with, Angie. Anyway. Iron cage. 3 feet high, 5 feet wide. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage. Because I imagine, because the wound was on the back there. Hey there, Link Sword. Welcome to the stream. Tenko's last moment. She died in the crouching position. The injury on the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. Loose floorboard right below Tenko. It was not loose before the seance. It was dried blood on the bottom part of the floorboard. One of the cross pieces that support the loose floorboard in the room the seance was held in, only the portion that supports the floorboard was cut off. It wasn't broken naturally. It looks like someone had purposefully cut it. A small amount of blood was on the ground under the floor of the room the seance was held in. It was quite far from where Tenko's body was blood was dripping. The sickle that was under the floor of the room the seance was held in. The weapon came from the ultimate assassin's lab. The blade was about 6 inches and the blood was still wet. And then Kokichi. While Kokichi was investigating the neighboring room from where the seance was held, he had stepped through one of the floorboards. That room also had a part of the cross piece cut off, the portion that supported the floorboard. That I'm curious about as well, but I imagine we will get to that. Alright, so in terms of the doors, because I think the other one is Sumugi's account. Just gonna run from this trial. Korikyo really the culprit? Does that story fit the facts of this case? Okay, let's listen again. Should think about it from the beginning.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab.
Oh, crap. I didn't mean to...
Which makes you, Kyo,
I clicked the wrong way.
Suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one.
No worries, Link. If I need help, I will be sure to let you know.
I care about some katana.
Okay, that's
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in,
No.
and murdered the fuck out of Angie.
Okay, but which door was it, though?
I'm a fucking genius.
It would have had to have been the back door. Let's try the back door.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie.
Here we go.
And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
Okay, I'm trying to remember.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
Oh, here we go.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon.
You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
There we go.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, I believe you. I might not look like it, but I am smart. Sometimes. I can solve it. I'll get it.
I was wrong.
Okay.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in,
Nope, that wasn't it either.
and murdered the fuck out of Angie! Booyah! I'm a
I
fucking
missed
genius!
it. Let's give that another try then, shall we? Because that's the thing, it's like you could have used any of the three. You could have used any of the doors or... He's the assistant to the assistant. Yeah, let's skip through this again.
The culprit
Let's try the front door. Because I don't have that much time left.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm.
Here, I'll wait till she
Went to the
finishes.
classroom, broke in,
Nope. Dang it, that wasn't it. He had the key or not Angie still. Oh, crud, I didn't see that. She would have let him in. Nope, okay, so it's Samugi. Okay, it was the Samugi one. Okay.
the culprit used a katana to kill Angie.
Here we go. Alright, I got it now.
But
I don't think I caught that line from her the first time I tried it.
You went to the classroom, broke in,
Yeah. V, baby. Alright. It took me a couple tries, I got it.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab.
He was not a student council member.
Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Even if he asked
Kyo
really
couldn't have killed
nicely.
Angie, even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
Ooh.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't
Oh.
believe you actually got it.
Wow, thanks, Mew. I'm slightly froggy assistant to Puichi, who is assistant to Kaito.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council
It's been
members
fooled
are
by her
Gonta,
feminine wiles once
Kibo,
before.
Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie.
Unless.
I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Assistant to the. What's it? Assistant to the assistant manager? Oh. I've watched The Office twice. I should know this. Today has been a day.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Who's my real life assistant? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, assistant to the regional manager. Yes. Thank you.
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
I do not have an assistant personally because I am poor. It's Kay. Yeah. It's Kay and Kwa. They're my assistants. I have
That
two.
trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
I'm waiting for that robophobic comment being like, well, obviously it's not Kibo because Kibo's useless.
You mean one of those 2 people? Cause a robot ain't people, Jack.
Oh no, I knew it was gonna be robophobic, but not like this.
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these
Okay.
accusations just a tad too hasty?
Whatevs. The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Samugi? Well,
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Kibo's getting tired of this shit.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Going to also not chuck body through window. Miu gets a pass because she's his mechanic. I guess. It's just like, well, she did give me these really cool flashlight eyes.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either.
Oh no, here we go.
I'm not the culprit.
Not the culprit.
Everyone, I'm not the culprit. Alright, here we go. Mass panic debate start. Okay. Kichi's lockpicking.
We must consider other possibilities. Surely there must be a suspect outside the student council.
Yes!
That's utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
that door.
Did you?
Only student council members had access.
Look, I don't know who the
I
culprit
didn't know
is,
robots told such boring lies.
but it's definitely not me.
Is that a robophobic remark?
What? Oh, good. It got crushed. Goodness, that was a lot. Alright. I do not have moderators. But I am watching chat. If things get out of hand. There were several suspicious statements, but one is obviously inconsistent. Okay. So only student council's members were let in, so... Yeah, somebody's being robophobic. What else is new? Everybody in this class is. I'll listen carefully, sort the statements in my head, find the answer. Yes. We will bonk whoever is necessary. Alright. I wanted to catch that Gonta one.
Surely there must be a suspect outside the student council.
Student council.
And do you have
utterly
an alibi
impossible.
for last night?
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
that door.
friends.
No bug friends.
Only
Much
student
better
council
than
members
being out
had
too late
access.
at night.
Look, I don't know who the
I
culprit
didn't know
is,
robots
Kyo
told
doubt
such boring
Gonta.
lies.
but it's definitely not me.
Is that a robophobic remark?
Okay, I didn't... Let's see here. Okay, so it must have been... So it must have been to Kokichi's remark, because I don't think Tsumugi had one. Oh. Never Gonta, though. Gonta's the ultimate gentleman.
We must consider other possibilities.
Oh, wait.
Surely there must be suspects outside
I know
the
what it
student
is.
council.
I know what it is.
That's utterly impossible.
For last night?
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
that door. Only student council members had access.
Bang! Eat it, Kokichi!
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
Except we saw you lockpicking, you bad boy.
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Mm-hmm. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock. Click, click, click. Clack. There, open sesame.
Oh,
Gonta
that
has the
happened?
demeanor of a
I
gentleman,
totally
just not the
forgot.
vocabulary of a gentleman.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Yep, that's what he's gonna do.
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Don't lie.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie.
Wham!
The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying?
Oh
this
my
some kind of
god,
joke?
I think I was right. Oh no, I know this is gonna come out later, but my prediction was that Himiko was the one who killed Tenko, because she assumed Tenko killed Angie. That's why she got super nervous when she's like, wait, Kokichi did it? Sorry?
Nah,
No joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins.
Oh, you're atoning for nothing.
And it helped. I
Aw.
feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No.
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
Probably.
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
But then everybody dies, Kokichi. What are you doing?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
No.
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Nope.
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method?
Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
No, don't be mean to Puichi.
There
Anyway.
were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
The back door.
That's it.
Because it had the little gold
The
paint
back
on
door.
it.
That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
He is a kind soul. He's not very
The
smart.
culprit used a certain tool.
Tool that the culprit used to lock the sliding lock from the outside was the sword. Oh no. See if I can. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. Here we go. Oh, jeez. There. Got it. Took me a second. I got it. And I don't think I took a penalty from chipping away at that.
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
They were locking it.
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
Check everybody's hands.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Ooh, yes, what school was it that had that gold katana?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
No time for
The gold
nostalgia.
leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with a katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout
Oh
of the
no, I
area
missed
itself.
it! Crud! I forgot it was. Dang it. Sorry guys, I missed out on that one. Dang, I forgot it was in the mind mine. Oops. Hey there, Floofy Boy Gaming. Welcome to the stream. I know, bad streamer, sorry. Gotta restart from the beginning now. I mean, I'll do better, because I'll know what the answers are
It
up
was
until
an
now,
odd
but...
setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy.
Yeah,
The
just
effigies hung
shut
upside
it down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No.
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
That's a... It's fine. We'll just try to get the rest from now on, I guess. Oh, Genderben Junko Enoshima. Okay. Cool.
If it was not
I'm
part of
just
the
trying to picture
ritual,
what that
then it
looks
must have
like.
been for
I've been
different
avoiding a lot of
purpose,
fan
right?
art from the series just so I don't accidentally spoil myself for one of the other games. I think once I'm done this and Despair Girls, I should be safe. A different purpose? What could that have been? Culprits somehow used the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Are we going driving? Alright, here we go. Here we go. Why? Who turned the handle of the sliding... Oh, crud. Missed that one. Who turned the handle of the sliding lock? Oops, crud. Well, got a little wild there. Turn the handle of the sliding lock. What turned it? It was the sword. Good. That nice smack noise of hitting a lady with your car. Next question. Alright, I'll try not to miss some this time. And I'll try not to hit the sides. Yeah, the smack at first I was like, oh no. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I'm missing some there. Going through the desert. It's very scenic. What was done to make the katana turn the lock? What was done to make the katana turn the lock? It moved the body? Moved the effigy? Good! Oh my god. That is a lot. You're gonna have to give me a lot more letters than that. Uh-oh, crud. Missed a couple. Oh no. Go. Here we go. How is the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? They moved the effigy, I'm guessing? They moved the effigy. Spinning it? Yeah! 3 out of 3.
It connects. That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
And then they could get out.
Effigy spun?
Kaede went for a spin.
That's right. If you spun the effigy,
What a bizarre
the rope it was
visual.
hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
Just smack it right into place.
So So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock, and thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
What a very elaborate way of getting out and locking the door.
That's how Angie's lab was locked.
I shouldn't be surprised. This is Danganronpa.
By using the effigy with a katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
Yes, it was a very loose lock.
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't say that.
She thought it, though.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up, so we think it was some kind of ceremony.
You just walk into this and it's like, yes, this is normal. This is normal.
That way, we wouldn't notice
Nothing
the lock
suspicious here. Just a bunch of mannequins hanging upside down. It's a typical Saturday night.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed.
But then they wouldn't have gone to the trouble with the katana.
I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't
It
imagine
is very
the culprit would have
avant-garde.
done all this just
Well,
for
I mean,
distraction.
artist. This could have been part of her biggest exhibition yet.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Obviously, it's Kokichi.
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
See, now she's getting antsy because she's like, okay, so he did lie. So it could have been Tenko.
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me?
Oh, there was a method to his madness. As there has been up until this point, but I cannot trust this little man.
And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Oh, Puichi.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Oh, don't. No. Gonta's right here. And
All right.
Himiko.
So, who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Okay, guys, we get it. We figured out how you lock the door. Just say who you are, and we'll execute you, and it'll all be
You
fine. We won't even worry about
Can't
it.
hold it up anymore.
This needs to stop.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it.
No, because they would have had to have been let in.
Don't you even understand something as basic as that? You feel
I know, like they work off each other really well, even if they hate each other. Yes, this part is voiced. I don't need to say this out loud. I would have just been like, you guys can read. What?
Come, dumpster!
I didn't even catch that. Oh my. Hold up.
Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Wow. Wow.
Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
It's what she's always wanted.
What should we talk about now?
Gota's like, can we please change the subject? I don't know what's happening. Why is she so proud? She likes being humiliated. And by saying that, I guess it's implying that she gets laid, which is what she's always bragging about. Going to be uncomfortable. Yes, he is. He is very uncomfortable. Lifetime dream achieved. She gets that little Steam achievement at the bottom.
But on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
Yes. But I mean, like, teenagers do those things, though. Like, it's not completely out of the question. Most of them probably haven't, but some of them maybe have.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Not Himiko. Yeah, is that sex at that point, or is that just like with a very advanced toy?
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
Oh boy, Kibo got to use it again.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect?
Never.
Never kill Angie!
Tenko
So, calling all
maybe, but not
suspects, what should we
Angie.
discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
What would you say? I didn't do it.
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence,
You got me.
outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
He's got little names. Oh my god. You know what? I'm warming up to Kokichi. He's a little shit, but I love Kokichi.
Suspect rangers?
They got
I
a
agree.
pose and a name
Those under
and
suspicion
uniforms
should
and
explain
everything.
themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
You come for Maki? Well, the two of them have been bickering since the last trial. Pretty much since Ryoma's trial. Kokichi was out for Maki, and she did, like, strangle him. Not without cause, but they're not friends. I love Maki and I love
it is
Kokichi, but they are
difficult
not
to formulate
friends.
a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Because she's going to accuse Tenko now. It's going to be like, oh, she misses Tenko. And it's just like, Tenko did it!
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know. So we need to
That's
find the
fair.
first
I really like
blind
Maki.
responsible
I don't
the
blame you for
first
that,
victim.
Floofy Boy Gaming. Floofy.
We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Ooh. Himiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you!
Wow, she's mad.
Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko.
stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
I mean, he's right. But this is still great to watch.
Kokichi, enough!
The girls are fighting!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now.
Yeah, I know you're right. Why are we talking about this?
Our only option is to face her death head on.
I mean, he's right, but just the way he brought it up was amazing.
Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
He's coming in with his Kamina logic of just like, think about it. No! Let's just headbutt our way into this problem. Or out of this problem.
I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse. Suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up. All you guys are gonna
It's
help out
effective.
too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died.
You're all gonna help, or else.
If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
The thing is, Tenko's was also pretty well premeditated. That's the weird thing. So it was counting on a death. Because the thing is, like, those boards underneath got sawed through. When could that have possibly happened? Between Angie being killed and then the seance. Yeah, Kokichi... It's hard to keep his lies straight. They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Tancrotch!
People who attended the seance. People who attended the seance are Korikyo, Shuichi, Himiko, and yeah, that's it. Oh, and Tenko, but
It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
no one kills Kokichi yet.
So those four are the culprits!
I'm sure somebody will at some point kill Kokichi. There's no way he's surviving this game.
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the 4 is really Keo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes?
Actually, no, I just thought of something with the sawed part, because I was like, well, Himiko was the one who picked the center room, and if the boards were set up in such a way that you could, like, go underneath, like, and cause... Because Kokichi in the other room had the same issue. So if the person had set up all the rooms so somebody could be murdered in them... I just gotta keep playing. I'm just like, well, maybe. I'm trying to figure it out without all the clues.
If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
She did pick the center room. However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this. Very well, I shall begin the preparations at once.
Oh, right.
But maybe they were setting her up.
Also,
I don't know.
we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance.
Yes, there were gaps under the floors. Somebody could have come in from the next room.
The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
Point of entry from outside. He must be referring to... Well, it's the board, or like it's there.
There! You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Ooh. Alright. Debate time. This one, Kibo's flashlight.
The
Oh.
culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
Let me
He used his robot
explain.
functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
Oh, Kibo. It's true that with a little light, you can move around under the floor. But is that possible? Here. I want to double check, No, that's too bright.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance,
I had a feeling that's what it was.
crawling under the floor.
I'll learn back some seconds.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. Yes, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor.
Oh. No, I used it at the wrong part.
Oh no!
Boo.
The
Okay.
culprit sneaked in during the...
And see if they were under the floor.
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain.
Oh, shoot.
Light? You mean candle?
Huh?
That was it, wasn't it? I missed it.
Under the floor and sneak into the empty room of the seance.
I said, hold on a second.
Robot function.
Alright, I'll get it this time. I'll get it this time. It was just, that was moving a lot. I was trying to predict where
The
it was
culprit
going.
sneaked in during under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Oh, shoot. Dang, okay, so I have to get it, like, right off the bat. Okay. Oh, that goes so fast. Okay, so I have to get it when Kyo
The
says it
culprit
very
sneaked
quickly.
in during the seance by crawling under
How could
Oh,
they
I'm
even
running out of
see if they were
time.
under the floor?
because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, it had a light.
What? You would need a light now. Yeah. Wait, was that not it? Okay. No, it's a blinding light. That's too much.
Oh no!
Oh, maybe that wasn't it then.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light?
Oh, because
You
that's
mean
proving his
candle?
point.
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
No, so maybe that wasn't it.
Now, hold on a second.
Did you see the light from his eyes? He was
Kibo
under
could
there.
have
Yeah.
used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said, hold on a second.
Okay, it's
He
the
used his
hole
robot
in the
functions
corner.
to commit the murders.
That's it.
Hold
Oh,
on a
okay.
second.
Okay. Alright, I think I've got it. How would you see it? Yeah. Yeah, it'd be the hole in the floor.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
Alright.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see,
That's wrong!
Okay, it took me a few tries. I got the V, though.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor.
Because you would have seen it, yeah. See, I assumed it was the point that it was a blinding
hole in the
light.
corner of the
Because it's
room.
just like, yeah, we would have seen it. But that's why I grabbed the wrong truth bullet to prove that point.
If a light
Thank
were
you for your help,
used,
guys.
It would have leaked through, and we would have seen it.
But when you did the seance,
Puichi,
the room was
the
definitely
master.
pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot.
Robophobic.
My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats.
I mean, it should, but you're also, like, not a very well-made robot.
My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
Oh, Kibo.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
Jeez, you're, like, pathetic.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Aw, good for you, Kibo.
Enough with the flashlight!
Those are
Way too
rare.
bright!
Those self-burns. Yeah, that's true. He does have the upper strength of an elderly man.
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tango lined up funny?
Yeah.
Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from underfloor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Emitting light from your eyes is such a human skill. I mean, I can do it, can't you guys?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Oh, Gonta's picking up on things.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
I'm getting used to investigating murders.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
I wonder where you would have gotten that idea.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
With the stake through the knife bone.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
I will not
Corpse
acknowledge
didn't have
this.
any trace of glowing paint, though.
Yes, yes, obviously it's a reference to Danganronpa too.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
I lost an earring. I need my 4 dark devas of destruction to help me find it.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit.
Details, Mew.
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
No.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Is Monokuma still alive? Yes? Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
I still laugh every time he says impossible. 12 Zodiac Generals?
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
I'm just saying stuff out loud. It doesn't have to actually connect to anything.
Huh? Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Alright. Marker stone, iron cage, white sheet, dog
When
statue.
Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time.
Bonk.
She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
Oh,
So
this
who
is...
lifted the cage?
It was me.
Yeah, it was Himiko.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
Well, no, pink. Tenko not being killed during the seance? But then, when it was lifted... She's just having a good time. She's doing her own thing. Tenko not being killed during the seance. That might not be impossible, but there's no evidence for it.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been.
Here, one sec. I'm gonna check just these. So, stone was by Tenko's body. During the seance, Tenko had been crouched over the iron cage with her forehead on the stone. Iron cage. Around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. Shuichi and Kokichi placed this over Tenko. Himiko removed it. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage. Okay, so they placed it on her. Obviously, nothing could have been done then. Nope. No, I don't think those are it. You go to your room.
Done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Like that.
Oh wait, it was the dog statue. One sec. It was put on top of it during the seance. It weighs about 175 pounds. All of them had to work together to put it up and remove it from it. Okay. So I wonder if it's the sheet. Sheet was over during the seance. Very thick and cannot be seen through. There's blood on the back around the middle of the sheet, but there's no hole in the fabric. There's blood underneath the cage as well. Like, he was the one who placed the sheet over the cage and removed it off the cage. I don't think it's the stone. It's the cage? Because then, how did the... So I guess the blood seeped through it? Because the blood, I guess, would have had to have gone out to the cage, hit the sheet. You know, it's probably the white sheet because there was no entry wound for it.
Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
I'll try white sheet. I just have to find out where
So
to
who
use
lifted
it.
the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no doubt.
But we would have all had to have lifted the statue off, though. Oh, maybe it's the statue. Maybe? Okay. I thought maybe it's the sheet. Maybe it's the dog statue.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
That's wrong!
I got it. It took me a bit to think about it
No,
and look over the
it wasn't
evidence,
possible
but I
to
got
kill her
it.
the moment
I
the
got
cage
it.
was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
Oh, that was a different thing, but that's okay. We got to the same place regardless.
So right.
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here.
For someone who was all weak in the knees a minute ago.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
Oh, bring it on. You're going to horny jail.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
Alright, advance.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gap. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo!
I'm guessing it's the stone. Me and your goddamn brain. What's this up about saying clean white sheet? Because of the purity. Alright, let me see what she's getting at here.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Yeah.
Oh, cut through your words. Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage.
Nope. She was leaning forward.
She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone, and the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
You should... No, I'm not gonna. I was gonna say, you said a lot of embarrassing things before this moment.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
No, Gonta!
How embarrassing!
She probably likes it, though.
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
Gonta's getting in on the
Couldn't have been
action.
killed during the seance, since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
A ghost. Yeah, Hakuna Matata. My friend.
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Maki's like, if anybody's gonna get cursed by people they've killed in the past, it's probably gonna be me.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Because Tenko killed Angie.
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible.
Maki pouting
Spirits
is
can't be
cute.
culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done it!
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
What?
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I agree
noticed.
with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You know what, though? I always felt like, out of all the silly voices I do for these games, Angie's was the most inconsistent. And, like, I've almost been sort of afraid to go back and watch it, just kind of being like, because I know how it sounds in my head. You guys have been very patient listening to my Angie voice up until this point. The they she's referring to, I don't know who she's talking about. Wait. Who could have killed Tenko from inside the cage? What? Nope. Crap. Okay. I don't know. Himiko? I don't believe you.
Damn it!
Ah, crap. Okay. Who could have killed from inside the cage? 'Cause it's Tenko. They saying Tenko killed herself from inside?
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
Okay, alright. Because I'm like... Sakura situation massive. Well, I don't think so. Because then how would the sickle have gotten all the way over there? It couldn't have been. The sickle was over by the hole in the floor. How the hell would she have done that?
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
I don't think she killed her. Really?
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right?
Yeah.
If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Or like directly underneath it?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Oh my god.
Perhaps that explains why
Which of the four Davis of Destruction could fit in the cage? All of them, except for the only questionable one would be like that one fat one. But he could still fit.
After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
But that went right by the hole in the floor, though.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Kokichi frequently sounds like a Valley Girl. He talks like Regina George from Mean Girls, like, all the time. All we're missing is, on Wednesdays we wear pink.
Maybe
no
I
reason
wasn't
for-
too far off with the theory I had earlier.
Himiko's trying to set this up as if, well, she killed Angie and she felt bad about it, so she killed herself.
You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
And Kokichi is setting this up.
Yeah?
He's setting it up, and Himiko's like, wait, somebody's actually believing me? Right away? Oh.
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Love triangle. Hey, Angie, when did you brainwash Himiko?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
Oh my god, Mew, you can't just ask people why people are robots. Oh my god.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
Do you want to go to Taco Bell?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right?
This is turning into a Mean Girls quoting stream.
It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial. So she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her.
Oh, I think I know what he's setting up here.
Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
But what are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
That is a great joke that I think I only just like somebody had mentioned it. I hadn't seen Mean Girls in ages, and somebody mentioned the whole thing where it was just like, oh yeah, like what's her face, like Regina George spread the rumor that she was lesbian, and then at the end you find out she's Lebanese, and she probably just had no idea what Lebanese was and thought she said lesbian.
Wait, we should believe
Mean Girls is a
Tenko's last
fantastic
words.
movie.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
That's true. Innocent until proven guilty. I gotta rewatch Legally Blonde.
Jeez, you're
Like,
such a
that is like a
naive
legitimately like fun, good movie. I don't know. I'm not on the Himiko train.
Naive?
Naive.
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking.
That's true. Still think Himiko's the killer? I don't know. I'm just saying it is a possibility. Kaito's like, if Shuichi's not gonna be the big bravado hero guy, then I will.
If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Believe in the me who believes in you. Do people who jog kill their husbands?
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
You're the one who came up with training.
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Oh, Kokichi's fuming.
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta, no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
Oh, is this gonna be the
Tenko did commit suicide. That
debate?
would answer all of our questions.
Yo, that's it. Happy people don't just kill their husbands. Himiko means business. Yeah, she's raised her voice and everything. She's like putting energy into things.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
A proper reason.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki?
Trust me.
If it turns
Maki's
out I'm
adorable.
wrong,
I like
you can
Maki.
blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. Okay, everyone, I'll see you guys after the seance. She said, see you guys after. I doubt she had a sudden change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean that it was suicide. The reason. We should be satisfied with that. And if we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. And that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. Non-stop debate. Okay. Ooh. Wait, sorry. Tenko's last moments. Here we are. Position. The injury on the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. Yeah, she still stayed crouched, like the whole time.
Far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
No.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Everyone thinks Tenko committed suicide. Dangan Mistress, favorite Danganronpa game. Dangan Distrust? Like the minigame, or... I'm trying to think what that is. Everyone thinks she committed suicide, but only because they're latching onto the easiest answer. We had this discussion in a previous stream, where it's just like, how would you even hide that? To get out of this, I need to make sure... I need to make them think their suicide theory wouldn't work. Oh, do I need to lie? What? Is it 2?
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Distrust would have been a game where you can literally decide who dies. Oh wait, that was the prototype, correct? For the first game. Like the original idea for the first game was you could sort of change. Okay. Sorry, the name didn't quite ring a bell at first. Yes. Okay, so I do need to lie. Yeah, the prototype.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
This.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Stabbed.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, okay. She would have... Oh, no, it wasn't.
I was wrong!
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her.
Nope, that wasn't it. Kokichi, don't call me out for getting desperate. Remember how to lie? Yeah, you have to hold it, I believe.
Oh no!
Okay. Okay.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So
have
she
to
hid her
hold
true
it to
intentions.
use it. Yeah, I'll try and...
The sickle.
Strength. She threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Okay, so I'll try and use it on that Kokichi moment. If you lie... the wrong one. It's over. That's it? Because I'm trying to think of what it would be, because I wanna say it was Tenko's last moments, because I think that is the most indicative of her character. That's what we're trying to disprove. It's a one-time thing. Oh, crap. Now you're making me second-guess myself. Okay, then I have to think about this a bit more thoroughly then, I think. Sorry, I know I'm dragging this out. I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. If I've only got one shot at it.
Seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true.
Oh, okay, see you, Floofy. Thank you for joining us today. You can miss. You don't want to hit the wrong statement. Well, and that's the thing. Now I'm sort of like hole in the corner. So you can see what was dropped there. Is it hole in the floor, though, then? Because she, like, Korikyo saying that she threw it. Bayonara. Shoot. What am I working with here? Hole in the corner, Monokuma file. Oh, caged child. Just... Okay, I don't think it's the caged child. No, that's not it. So all you're saying is she died instantly, right? What does that contradict? Oh, that's her last moments. Because... yeah, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. So all you're saying is she died instantly. Okay, so I would lie Tenko's last moments.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
Okay, so I was right to pick
Tenko secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
Oh no, crap. No, I meant to hold it. I'll get it. I'll give me...
Damn it!
Okay, I know roughly where I want to
Suicide
use
seems to be the
it.
best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her.
Yes.
So she hid.
Because
her
I thought
true
it was, like,
intentions.
to judging her character. That's why I was like, oh, to that Kokichi line.
Tenko did commit suicide.
But, yeah, I know, I gotta hold it
Explain
down.
how she
I
died
know.
during the
My
seance.
fingers slipped.
She could have secretly
I have
brought the sickle
accidentally
and then
misclicked
stabbed herself
during
with
this game before.
Finally, with the last...
There.
I'll reveal the truth.
Stop being a good person, just lie.
Tenko
Lie,
couldn't
lie,
have
lie.
thrown the sickle under the floor because she died instantly.
Instantly.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
I'm certain of it. My investigation
Yeah.
determined that she died instantly.
Telling the truth is overrated. Kokichi's got the right idea.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail.
How could I be so silly and forget about that detail?
Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
I love how, like, the one time a trial we lie, Kokichi every time is just like, no. Thank you, Maki. Thank you.
How could you forget that, Maki roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really.
It's okay.
No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died
Oh,
so
he never
suddenly that she
snitches.
couldn't have gotten rid of the
No, I was gonna say that's a lie. He does snitch sometimes, but not if it's us. He makes an exception for Puichi.
Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
The noise.
If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need some kind of clue that will help me solve this mystery. There was no noise.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
No.
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
Oh, that's gonna be a pain.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there. I mean, it was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles. Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
Must be so hard being you, Kokichi. Yep, that's what it was. It was pitch black during the seance. That limits what could have happened. Just stay calm, think. There must be some kind of clue.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
Yes.
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it,
Oh, this is gonna be a pig.
while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
What?
I'm more concerned about how dark
Did I
it got
miss?
in there. I mean, it was totally pitch black.
I think I missed.
My job was to relight the candles.
Yeah, the naked line was absolutely
Moving
Mew.
along the walls was seriously tough.
Yeah, I missed. Ah, crud. Hit the white part. Oh, man. Like, I'm terrible at clicking these. Here, I will get
Anything
it.
seem out of the ordinary?
Here, I'll just skip along.
The
It's like,
ritual
I
was
swear
perfect,
I hit
and yet
that.
it failed. How utterly strange.
I think about it. While we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
No, crap. I gotta be more predictive with where I can lie the whole trial.
Did anything seem out of the
Okay, I'll get it. I'll get it this time. I aimed up. That was the problem.
Think about it. We're all singing the song. I heard something.
I agree.
Okay. That was my problem. I was clicking just above it, and it's still moving.
Tenko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
Yes, that very mysterious sound. Thump.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
A loud sound like something hit the floorboards. Maybe that sound had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark. Oh god, the other thing in the dark. Hold on. Caused the sound that was heard during the seance. Loose floorboard?
This is it!
Okay. Alright. I was Kokichi,
floorboard coming
who
off had something
this
to do with that
event happened to after the events of this murder. He did smash his head on the ground.
That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
Triple kill. That is true. There would have had to be a strong impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be? What could it possible be?
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
All right. Non-stop debate. Start.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
Nope.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Yep.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Oh my god.
The board that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and balls are the best of friends?
I can agree with that statement. What would have made a strong enough impact to knock the floorboard loose? I think about everyone's testimony and combine it with the facts.
So what made
Okay,
the
so I think it's the
floorboard
cross
come
piece
loose?
under the floor.
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make
I'm
such
just
a
saying
loud
the game
crashing
is giving
sound.
me the option to do that if I
Maybe
wanted
the
to.
wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
Shuichi knows
But
everything.
we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the...
I got the V. I got it before it spun like crazy.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off.
And recently.
After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
What did they stand to gain? That's the question. To solve this case, I'll need to think carefully about the cross piece and the floorboard. Okay. Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard. The cross piece that had been cut was on the other end of the floorboard. So somebody would have had to stepped on it. The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on. Yeah. Only one of the cross pieces was cut, the other two were intact. One of them was right under Tenko. The other was in the center. Right was where the edge of the cage was. Okay. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Oh no. Okay. Oh lord. Nope. Seesaw? W. Effect? Another F. Oh, I didn't see another E. Effect. Oh, I didn't see a C. Need a T. What? Oh, there it is. I thought it was a sideways T. Alright. Hey there, Uma Grape Jelly. I'm in the third trial right now. It is the first half of it. Seesaw what? Nothing, it was too dark. Ah, guys! A seesaw.
A seesaw?
That's my favorite playground equipment.
Cut off. The other two cross pieces holding up that board were close to the cage, meaning if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece.
What, she would have whacked her head?
The next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm curious about.
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
Unless the sickle was underneath the cage?
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Well, yes, it's the murder weapon. Floorboard, seesaw, the cage, and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusions can I draw from this? There's only one place the sickle could have been that is consistent with the evidence.
That's it!
Yeah, top of the cage. Who's my favorite character? Oh my goodness. Like in all of Danganronpa or in this one? Because, like, I really like Maki so far. Especially now that we've sort of gotten a little bit of, like, backstory to her a little bit. Who else do I like? Kaito I've warmed up to. I did like Ryoma, but unfortunately, he did not last. There's a lot of characters I like. I don't know if I have a favorite. I find I can only have a favorite once I'm done the game and I've had, like, a sense of who they are. Yeah, with the blade facing down.
The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over.
But how would you have placed it there?
Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage.
Ouch.
She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouch position. But with the floorboard...
Yeah, no kidding.
it compensated for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide.
Oh, you know that classic seesaw homicide.
Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know?
Who are you, Monokuma?
They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
Nah.
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
No.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
Kokichi's a lot of fun. At first, I found him... Well, I mean, like, obviously super shifty. But I have warmed up to his crazy little antics. He's the required shit disturber of the game. I know I was. That's the game. You throw out all these accusations and maybe one of them's right and some of them are wrong.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
But the thing is, he's using the whole, like, well, you cut a crosspiece, so, I mean, obviously, and you picked the room. Well, guess what? The other room had the crossbeam cut out of it as well, because Kokichi hit his head. So...
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
I don't know, because that's the thing. Kyo's the one who put the sheet on it. But why would he want to sabotage it? However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this. The ghost did it. Dang it, you're right.
Oh yeah!
So what was the whole
was the one
time?
who chose the site for the seance.
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
All according to Keikaku.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
That is, yeah.
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tinko? I killed Tinko?
Himiko?
She doesn't seem so sure.
What's wrong, Himiko?
It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. But does that mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel? Intermission. And actually, that comes up perfectly on time for tonight, too. All right. And one more for safety. Yeah, I came up on time.
Well now.
There we go. All right. That is definitely a good place to stop for today. All right. Get out of green hell real quick. All right. Well, it seems like Himiko has maybe been set up? Or did she actually do it? Who's to say? The thing that gets me is that, like, if you look at the chain of events of, like, who placed the cage, who placed the statue, who placed the sheet. Oh, thank you, Uma Grape Jelly, for the follow. I appreciate it. Like, that's the thing, like, I don't want to think it was Kyo, but he's also a big suspect. And he was also on the side of the room where the board could have been pushed in. And we know, and it will be revealed when we stream tomorrow night at 7:30, when we continue this trial and hopefully finish it, that the other rooms also had crossbeams cut out of it, so it wouldn't matter which room Himiko picked. It was set up to make it look like her. Which was a thought when I was accusing Himiko at the start of the session today. So who done it? Oh, I think it might have been Kyo. I don't know, but I don't know what his motivation would have been. Who killed Angie? Man, I have no idea. Like, if it was Himiko, I could sort of come up with, like, a chain of motivations where it could have led to, like, well, she thought Tenko killed Angie, so Himiko killed Tenko. But the funny thing is Himiko's reaction to this has been weird. Like, she's not sure. So I'm wondering if she got set up. Doesn't matter who killed Tenko, because her death was voided. Yes and no. I think there's, like, obviously there's strong ties between what happened to Tenko and what happened to Angie. Like, it's... But yeah, at this point I'm not sure. But I'm definitely looking forward to continuing tomorrow night when we finish this trial and get some answers. Oh god, that means I'm gonna have to play the rhythm game section again. You guys are gonna have to painfully watch me get through that section again. Angie's the true body. Tango's just copying her. Oh, man. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I hope you'll join me tomorrow night when we finish off the trial. If anything happens between now and then, if plans change, I'll be sure to let you know on Twitter. And if you're looking for some stuff to watch in the meantime, I've got some new shorts. I've got the next part of my Despair Girls playthrough, part 2 of my Despair Girls playthrough up on YouTube, along with some old VODs and things. Plenty of stuff to watch, but I'm looking forward to seeing how things go with this trial, because as it stands right now, I think my theory may have been blown out of the water. Yeah, rip Tenko. Like, Tenko was not my favorite character, but she did have, like, these moments of depth. Like, she was someone who's very in tune with her feelings, and she was very compassionate of others, so long as they were not degenerate males. I do feel bad about the whole Tenko situation. Angie, I will never shed a tear for. Yeah, like, she had some nice moments. And the thing is, I imagine if we played as Kaede through the whole game, we would have had, like, some really nice moments with Tenko, I think. Unfortunately, like, the one hangout time I had with Tenko is Shuichi. She was just flipping him and calling him a degenerate male the whole time. So, like, not the best, but knowing the character, it's sort of like, what are you gonna do? But in any case, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Hopefully, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bayonara, and so long, farewell. See ya.